You probably clicked on this video because of the thumbnail. A soft fabric suitcase crossed out, and a hardshell suitcase with a green checkmark. But why? Airlines and travel bloggers are constantly telling us that soft, flexible luggage is the ultimate travel hack.
That is exactly what the airlines want you to believe. They sell you on the convenience of soft luggage, but they are hiding a massive destructive secret about what actually happens down in the cargo hold. According to the Department of Transportation, millions of bags are mishandled or completely destroyed every single year.
Exactly! You follow every rule, you buy the expensive locks, you take the photos at the counter, and you still end up standing at carousel number 4 at midnight, staring at a crushed suitcase.
That is because the airlines are letting you focus on the wrong things. They want you worrying about petty thieves and broken zippers, so you do not look at the actual systemic flaws behind the check-in desk. I have spoken with veteran ramp agents and baggage handlers who work deep inside the terminal belly. The real threats to your luggage have absolutely nothing to do with how you pack.
Wait, so the airlines know exactly why our bags are getting destroyed or routed to the wrong continent, and they just keep quiet about it?
Precisely. They rely on automated systems that have massive known blind spots. They have internal terms for these failures, things like the ULD crush zone or the ghost barcode trap. If you do not understand how these machines actually read and load your bag, you are essentially playing Russian roulette with your vacation.
Okay, the anxiety is definitely kicking in. I have a major trip coming up, and I cannot afford to lose my gear. What are they hiding?
We start by looking at what happens the exact second your bag disappears down that black rubber belt. Because the first massive mistake passengers make happens before the agent even prints your luggage tag.
So, what exactly happens when my bag goes down that chute? I always assumed a human was reading the destination tag and putting it on the right cart.
That is the first massive illusion. Humans rarely read your destination tag until the very end of the journey. The moment your bag passes through those rubber flaps, it enters a fully automated, high-speed labyrinth. And this brings us to the first major trap, the ghost barcode.
The ghost barcode? You mean those tiny little sticker receipts they peel off and stick to the side of the suitcase?
Exactly. Most passengers leave those tiny barcode stickers on their luggage from previous flights. They think it looks like a badge of honor, showing how much they travel. But leaving them on is a catastrophic mistake.
Wait, why? Does the machine actually get confused by a sticker that is only 1 inch wide?
Let me explain how this works. Think of the underground baggage system not as a simple conveyor belt, but as a massive, high-speed highway network in pitch darkness, driven entirely by blindfolded robots who only communicate through barcode scans. When your bag enters the main sorting facility, it passes through a 360-degree laser array. These lasers fire hundreds of times per second, desperately searching for a barcode to tell the system which track to send your bag down. The robots do not care about the date. They do not care about the big letters spelling out your destination. They only read the first scannable barcode that reflects the laser back to the sensor. If your bag has 3 old routing stickers from a trip to London 2 years ago, and the laser catches one of those before it catches your new tag, the system instantly violently kicks your bag onto the wrong track. By the time a human realizes the error, your flight has already taken off, and your bag is sitting in a holding area for a completely different continent.
That is terrifying. So a tiny sticker from last year can completely override my brand new ticket? I am peeling every single one of those off the second I get home.
You absolutely should. But the routing is only half the battle. The physical survival of your items is the next secret they hide. Let us talk about the ULD crush zone.
ULD? What does that stand for? And does this have to do with why my shampoo bottles always explode?
ULD stands for Unit Load Device. It is the massive metal container that gets loaded into the belly of the airplane. Now, airlines will spend millions of dollars on marketing to convince you that lightweight, flexible, soft-sided luggage is the absolute best choice for modern travel. And their logic sounds incredibly convincing. They will tell you that soft luggage is superior because it is lighter, which saves you money on strict weight limits. They claim it is flexible, meaning you can expand it to fit all those extra souvenirs you bought on vacation. They even argue that soft bags are easier for you to carry upstairs and maneuver through crowded train stations. They sell you on the ultimate convenience, making you feel like a smart, efficient traveler for choosing a bag that can bend and flex.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I always buy the expandable fabric bags for exactly those reasons. It feels like you get more space for your money.
But here is the whistleblower truth. They do not push soft luggage because it is better for your belongings. They push it because it makes their job of playing high-speed Tetris infinitely easier. When your bag reaches the tarmac, ramp agents have mere minutes to load hundreds of bags into that metal ULD container. They do not gently place them. They stack them fast and hard. If your soft, flexible bag happens to be loaded first, it becomes the foundation.
Oh no, so my bag is at the bottom of the pile?
Yes. And then they stack 10, 20, or 30 other bags directly on top of it. We are talking about hundreds of pounds of dead weight pressing down on your flexible suitcase. This is the ULD crush zone. Your bag acts as the shock absorber for the entire container. That is why your shampoo explodes. That is why your souvenirs snap in half. The airlines know this happens, but they will never warn you because admitting it would force them to change their loading procedures and delay flights.
That is completely unfair. They sell us on convenience, but they're actually just using our bags as cushions for the heavy cargo.
Exactly. And the deception goes even deeper when we look at how they sell you connecting flights. Have you ever booked a flight with a 45-minute layover?
Yes, all the time. The booking website says it is a legal connection, so I assume it is perfectly safe. I just have to run to the next gate.
The human passenger can run. The luggage cannot. This is known internally as the minimum connection time illusion. Airlines use algorithms to sell tickets. The algorithm calculates that a human can sprint from Terminal A to Terminal B in 30 minutes. Therefore, they legally sell you the ticket. But what the gate agents and ramp workers know, and will never tell you, is that the baggage transfer system physically requires at least 60 to 90 minutes to move a bag between distant terminals. The carts have to wait for other planes to cross the tarmac. They have to wait for security doors. They have to be manually unloaded and reloaded. When you buy a ticket with a 45-minute layover, the airline already knows there is a massive statistical probability your bag will not make it.
Wait, so they sell me the ticket knowing my bag is probably going to be left behind? Why would they do that?
Because it is cheaper for them to put your bag on a later flight and deliver it to your hotel the next day than it is to lose your business to a competitor who offers a faster, albeit impossible, itinerary. They are gambling with your luggage, and you are the one who pays the price in stress and ruined first days of vacation.
I am speechless. The ghost barcodes, the crush zones, the fake connection times. It is like the entire system is designed to fail, and they just blame us when it does.
They rely on your ignorance. But once you know the mechanics of the machine, you can pack and plan defensively. You stop trusting the algorithm, and you start protecting yourself.
This has completely changed how I will look at airports forever. I am never leaving an old sticker on my bag again, And I am definitely never booking a 45-minute layover.
That is the mindset of a smart traveler. If you want to stay ahead of the airlines and protect your hard-earned vacations, you have to stop trusting their marketing and start understanding their systems. We will keep exposing the travel industry secrets they do not want you to know every single week.
Thank you for pulling back the curtain. Safe travels, everyone, and remember, do not let the airlines play games with your luggage.